If you are searching for information whether you have experienced a panic attack, search no further, because in my today's video I have prepared the unlucky 13 most common symptoms of panic attacks. So number one, very often occurring symptom of panic attack is sweating, and sometimes this sweating is really subtle. Sweaty hands and sweating feet. Sometimes there is some sweat on your face, but sometimes this sweating can be so heavy as if you have just finished a good workout at the gym. The next thing that comes are the chills and hot flashes, and sometimes they come interchangeably, making you feel really weird, but sometimes it's only one of them. Another thing that worries a lot of patients when they experience panic attack is tremors. And sometimes they are really delicate, really weak, and sometimes they are so strong that the patients feel that their whole body is shaking. Another thing that patients experience is nausea and discomfort in the abdomen and everything that it could be connected with. Feeling a little bit burpy, a little bit gassy. Sometimes you have this strong and immediate urge to go to toilet now. The next thing that patients very often report is the dizziness, and this dizziness can be really mild, sometimes just a little dizzy they feel, but sometimes it's so strong that they feel that they are going to faint, and sometimes they do. The next very interesting phenomenon is paresthesia. This is an inappropriate sensation of stimuli. It is very often described as a burning or prickling, tingling sensation on the skin. Most often, very unpleasant ailment, and it is often referred to as a numbness or tingling. And this sensation, it may involve your arms or legs, but it could equally well appear elsewhere on your body. And although this tingling and this numbness, they are not described as pain as such, but they are definitely uncomfortable. Another thing that worries a lot of patients when they experience panic attack is heart palpitations and tachycardia. So they say that they immediately start noticing their heart beating faster and faster, stronger and stronger. Sometimes when patients check their blood pressure, it's through the roof. The thing that comes next is chest pain and discomfort, this chest tightness. And we all know what illness it is usually a symptom of. Many patients are afraid that they are experiencing a heart attack, and it makes them stressed out even more, and it makes the panic attack even stronger. The next thing that patients report is feeling breathless or short of breath, to such an extent that some patients, they may have this subjective feeling that they can't breathe at all. The thing that comes next is the feeling of choking, like there is a lump in their throat. Many patients describe their symptoms as derealization and depersonalization. And if you're interested in these two terms, derealization and depersonalization, make sure to check out these videos on my channel to find out more about them. The next symptom is the fear of losing control or being mentally ill. It is reported as a feeling of this situation being incredibly unreal, as if the person has absolutely no influence on what's going on with their thoughts. Patients feel strange in their own body, in their own heads, and it is described as a terrifying feeling, and many patients, they are deeply convinced that it would never end. Think how terrible it must be. And also, the ultimate symptom. Many patients, when they experience a panic attack, they fear of death. They are convinced that they are dying and having thoughts that, for example, their children would be left unattended when they are gone, and that they would face a really heavy death. And they often say that when it happens, they have this strong need to get help from someone, to call for help, to call for an ambulance, to have people and doctors around them to support. Many times when it happens, many patients are 100% sure that now, this time, they will not get out of this one alive. And even if this is not the first situation when they experience this panic attack, every time when it happens, they say, okay, now this is the end. And it happens to really a lot of patients. And even though after the visit at psychologists, patients are informed that there is most probably nothing that can happen to them, and yet the mere thought of these panic attacks scares them incredibly. So if you feel you are going through something really similar, make sure to seek professional help. All right? That's very important that you do that, to make your life more comfortable and to feel more at ease and to be more prepared to whatever happens to you. And also, if you want to know more about psychology and symptoms, make sure to subscribe to my channel now and give a big like to this video if you haven't done it yet. And I'll speak to you next time. Stay well.